It's Monday. It's Mark Pyers. And it's real talk.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind
and help my living.
It's real talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to help you make smarter moves to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 406 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I hope you guys are getting into your week. It's Monday. You know it's a Monday motivation episode. So we're going to get you going here. But I want to remind you, I am a realtor. So if you're out there looking to buy or sell, just give me a ring. You know somebody who's looking to buy or sell. Shoot their info into the Real Talk team, and I'll take care of it for them. Basically, here's what we got going on, all right? It's 2020, guys. And if you haven't made ridiculous, huge plans for yourself in the next decade, I don't know what to tell you. And each day, you should be driving towards those goals. Keep driving. Dig deep. Don't stop. You're going to hear no over and over. Remember, everything is a no until you get your yes. Every single thing, every person you run into, it's a yes only after you hear no over and over. At a certain point, you're thinking about just giving up. And that's when things start to happen. Let's see, I'm trying to fix this camera situation here. Get this one going. So tell me, what do you guys got going on today? I got a couple of things planned. I've got some stories here. I want to tell you, I'm going to have Ralph Sessa's coming on probably this week, not this week. It's going to be next week, I think. Maybe this week, maybe later in the week. But Ralph is a financial advisor. I want to bring him on the show because as an entrepreneur, I want to hear how he runs his business. And I met him about a month and a half ago. We had a great lunch. And just a very interesting guy. And I want to bring him on the show and have a conversation. Have a real talk, see where it goes. So hopefully you guys will join me for that. You know what? I didn't get a chance to run through. He sent me his bio. So I'm going to read through this and I'll give you guys a heads up on who's coming on the show. But basically, he's a really intense financial advisor. He spent his youth as a boxer. And some of the stories I heard were just so unbelievable. And how they tie into entrepreneurship and not giving up and continuing through when it looks like you're not going to make it. So I'll have him on the show. I've got other people planned. I got to start lining up a guest a week. That was my plan at the beginning of the year. One guest a week. And we haven't even started that yet. But what we did start yesterday, late last night I started this. I dropped my first official daily podcast. So I've got 41 podcasts until this one. It's 42 now. But we've been live for 406 days today. And I should have 406 podcasts. But it was kind of a difficult thing to take and drop each one each day. And now it's a lot easier. Zabrowski, it's about time for you, buddy. Woo-hoo! Love it. So here's what we're doing. Every show, I'm going to finish up, and I'm going to just drop it into a podcast for you. Now, if there's a day that's not that great, like today's already feeling like it's not going to be a great day. I'm kind of tired. It's been a long week. We did a lot of real talk. I was up late last night working for you guys here, and then I had some finalized work to do on a BeatSeat or two. But if you're not putting that time in, guys, you're going to be behind the eight ball the rest of your life. It's really about putting in a lot of work. You got to continue driving forward. Dig deep. Don't give up. Don't listen to the naysayers. They don't know what you have within you. They're all telling you you don't have what it takes. Do you believe that? Do you truly believe you don't have what it takes? Because all of those people that are throwing negativity at you and shade, they believe you don't have what it takes. They're like, nah, Mark's not going to do this. Do you know how many people were like, yeah, I wonder how long this will last? I've been here for 406 days in a row, and I have no intention of ever stopping. So, the point is, when you believe in something, when you believe in yourself, that is all that matters. It doesn't matter what goes on around you. And if the people around you aren't liking what you're doing, if it brings you happiness, keep doing it. If it brings you happiness, keep doing it. I don't want you to stop being yourself because Tommy doesn't like it. Well, tell Tommy to go look in the other direction, to go do something else with his time. You know, we are so focused on everybody else. Take a little time and focus on your own affairs. Focus on what you're doing with your moments. I can tell you a lot of the people in this country that I'm living in are spending a lot of their moments thinking about stuff they can't change. They're thinking about people and politics and just stuff that you have no control over. You have a vote, you place your vote, you cast the vote, and then you let 4 years go by and you do it again. You have no control, and just the amount of anger out there is ridiculous. So I don't think you should spend any more time than necessary about anything. This idea that we only have 24 hours each day. Why are you going to waste any of that thinking about stuff that makes you miserable? Thinking about stuff that makes you upset? You know, I could tell you, Mark, my buddy, how are you? Oh, my man, I'm so glad you're on. I could tell you that, you know, when you put the effort out there and you start collecting on the result, it's a very rewarding experience. It feels amazing. And, you know, for something like what I've been doing here for 406, it's an extremely slow growth. But every time someone like Mark comes on, every day, shows up, Cross shows up every day. Eastman, I see all these people, Michael, they all show up every day. That is what I'm talking about, guys. I don't care. I'm not turning off to the rest of the world. I'm lit up for the world. You could tune in and find the positivity of this channel anytime you want. But I can't focus on the people who are not aware. You understand? All I could focus on are the Marks of the world. The people that are joining me now are getting all of me. And, you know, there's something I'm going to talk about today. I'm hoping Michael tunes in. He asked me about something that I'd never read before. And I'm going to pull it up for you. And I don't know if I should do this now or until he's here. But basically, he asked me to speak about a gentleman, a philosopher named Alan Watts. And Alan Watts said, I guess he has this backwards theory. I guess the theory is, this is the theory. Well, you know what? Let me read you the story here because I found something. The acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. I agree. Let me read this. The desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience, wrote Mark Manson on his latest New York Times bestselling book. I just knocked that out of the way. Those very words, written in 2016, seemed indirectly congruent with those of Prophet Muhammad 1,400 years ago. Appreciate whatever God bestows upon you, and you'll be the richest of people. Your fear of impoverishment positions you in a state of impoverishment. You expecting a catastrophe is a bigger catastrophe. Now, modern philosopher Alan Watts referred to this as the backwards law. Now, Michael asked me about this, and he wanted me to just spit about it for a few minutes. My perspective on this. And honestly, we do know that you bring everything you feel into existence. And if you are worried about a catastrophe, you will inevitably be the catastrophe. Forget about whatever it is at the end of that time. You are the catastrophe. You're living a life of misery. You are completely embottled within that fear of the moment that it will come. You understand? So there's no point. There's no point. We all know there's a final breath for each and every one of us. What benefit would it do to us to think about that all the time? Oh my goodness, one day I'm going to have one final breath. What does that do for you? It takes you out of the moment. So this is a very interesting theory that you basically, if you're seeking happiness, this is the concept. If you're seeking happiness, you may push it further out of reach because you're always trying to affect happiness, and therefore you become more miserable because everything loses its wow. It loses its vavoom, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have any strength anymore. It's the way I always see you buying something, and after a week or 2 or 3, it just becomes like, oh, okay, I have that thing. Well, it used to be the most amazing thing in the world. Now it's just that thing. I told you, to me, it was the coolest thing in the world to be able to have multi-camera shoots here for Real Talk. And I was like, that's amazing. I can go over, I can show you guys the BeatSeat anytime. 3 cameras, we can rock and roll here. I was so jazzed and excited about these 3 cameras and having my signature on the screen, guys. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, got my signature on the screen. Like, it was the coolest thing in the world when I created this. Look, follow and turn on notifications. These are all my social media channels. Like, I used to be so excited about that Mark Pyers Real Talk comes up in real time. And then it just loses its effect. It's the same way I look at a child who will pick up anything, this pen, and it is the most amazing thing in the world. Goodness. Did you see that? Days. And then all of a sudden you see that same kid a year later and it's like, oh, it's a pen. Like, no, but that's the pen that you spent an hour looking at. You were so impressed with the fact that it did this. Don't you remember that? Daddy, it's just a pen. Because the more you focus on things, the more you get to know them, they lose their connection to that excitement that we're looking for. This is why relationships fail. Don't people realize this is mostly why relationships fail? They fail because people are so enamored with that original thought they had. They're so connected with that original feeling that they felt for this person, and they just can't find it anymore. It's gone. Oh, I used to feel this way about this person. And then all of a sudden it's gone. Ina, how are you? Yes, Ina said we are the embodiment of what we choose to be in any given moment. Fact. It's about the purpose, the meaning, the present moment. That's what Ina's saying. And you know what? How often do I tell you guys, if you're not aware of this second right now, you are living a life dead. You're not even alive. You're living in a fog. And this is what it gets back to. The more you think about something, the more you bring it on, but also the more you seek something, the harder it's going to be to find satisfaction when you eventually get that. You build it up to be something that it's not. I think that's probably the biggest thing. You spend moment after moment, day after day, year after year, visualizing what it's going to be like when you get that thing that you've been working for, that happiness that you want. And then eventually you grab it and you're like, that's it? But I just did all of this to get to here. That's all it feels like? I thought it would feel like, remember that one thought I had 15 years ago when I was striving and I was like, yeah, but one day it's going to feel like this. It didn't feel like that. You know, this is the issue we have. We're so cerebral. We're constantly thinking. We're constantly reviewing situations that took place. We're going over what could happen, what did happen, why did it happen, what did I do wrong, how did I say it? Did I say it that way? Maybe I shouldn't say it that way. Maybe I should say it this way next time. Ooh, I can't believe I did that. And then we're so hard on ourselves. So hard on ourselves. You know, look, life is about making a choice and go with it. Okay? If you turn somebody off or if you don't get the effect that you were hoping for, it happened. Don't be so hard on yourself. You gave it a shot. You know, I keep reminding myself I'd rather fail over and over than regret that I gave it a shot. I don't want to live with regret. I don't want to look back one day and say I had 50 opportunities and I only tried 2. And 48 of them are just weighing me down. Every day, the rest of my life, I'm thinking about those 48 things. I'll tell you something else I just did. I'm constantly thinking from here. And in 2015, I came up with an idea, and I never did anything with it. And I kick myself I didn't do it back then. It was a T-shirt idea, and I didn't make the T-shirt, and I should have made the T-shirt. Well, I just made the T-shirt. If you guys want to know about it, I will DM you the T-shirt. Unfortunately, it's very topical, so I can't go out there and promote it on my pages. But I thought about it in 15, and I was like, this is a great idea. I would buy this shirt, and everybody should buy this shirt. It's ridiculous. And basically, I think you should. You know what? I can't talk more about it because, like I said, I'm trying to toe a line here. You know, life is not about politics. Life is not about religion. Life is about connecting and being nice to each other and finding kindness over hatred. Right now, we are focused on the hatred and the negativity and bringing people down. And you guys know for 406, I've been here lifting everybody up. I'm here to just remind you that the garbage we're seeing on TV is intending to distract you from the fact that you are amazing. It's distracting you from the fact that you have something unbelievably purposeful within you. You've got a passion within you. You don't know what it is. So maybe that you're a hairdresser. It could be that you're a painter. It could be that you're going to be a doctor and the greatest doctor in a specific field. You don't know yet, but you do have something uniquely ingrained within you that will come to the surface if you strive to allow it to happen. Don't let regret come back to haunt you when you're 60, when you're 70. You're 80 years old. You're thinking about all those things you could have done when your legs worked. Just do them now. I want to look back and think of all my failures. I want to think about all the experiences I had, every door that was slammed in my face, every client that said, you know what, I wish you told me my house was worth more than that. I want to experience the ups and downs of life because that's what makes me feel alive. And actually, to get back to Michael's perspective, you're Ted, my brother. Ted, I wanted to tell you something just so you know. This came up last night. I went out to dinner with some friends, and I told you this last night, so hopefully you got this. Every single Real Talk show from here on out will turn into a podcast, like a pumpkin, at 12 o'clock every night. And so I'm going to take each show and drop it for you, so while you drive around each day, you have this show in the car. Yesterday when I met with Ben, he goes, look, you know, you're talking about dropping an hour to an hour and a half of YouTube every day. Nobody has the time to watch that full. But they will listen to it in their car. They will pop it on their and throw the headphones on and walk through the city and listen to the podcast. I said, so you think I should just take every show and drop it as a podcast? He goes, why not? And I loved that. Why not? I say that to you for everything in life. Why not? If you ask me, should I try something? Why not? Well, I may fail. So? Did you experience something? Yeah, I did. I experienced a really terrible feeling when someone told me I was not good at that thing. Okay, good. Where did that push you? Well, it made me realize that maybe I should stop focusing on that because I definitely am not good at it. Well, isn't that a good thing? You just checked off something that you thought may be your thing. Now you know it's not. Remember, you're evolving. Every day I've been evolving for 406 to the point now that this show is going to explode into 2 programs at once. I created a second show because I can't reach some of this world with positivity. There's a lot of people that would never tune into a positivity show. They just won't. They don't want to hear how great you can feel. They want to see people down. They want to laugh when someone gets hurt. This is a real world we live in. So with that in mind, we have our Austin Powers show, Real Talk. We need a Dr. Evil. And that's Facce. If you haven't found Facce yet, send me a DM. I'll tell you about Facce. Ted, did you find Facce yet? I don't know if I told Ted. I may have to send Ted a private message because Ted is the man. And Facce is really unbelievable. All right, Ina's on with me. Let's see what else she has to say here. And Mark. Okay, so Mark says many people choose to live in the future rather than the present. And often they don't focus on good things that they have right now. And whoa, Mark, amazing. I want to talk about that for a second. We are so focused on the things we want, we don't pay attention to the gratitude that we should have for the things that we currently are holding on to so dearly. Oh, I want that house. I want that car. I want to get that job. I want to make this much money. I want to make sure I have that house in the Caribbean. Well, what do you have right now? Well, I have a family and I have a car. I don't have 2 cars. I don't have 3 cars. I don't have a Caribbean island. But I have my health, and I have my family, and I'm making a decent living. Okay, this is good. Why don't you focus on those things? Because life is about being thankful, having gratitude for what you are living in. You know, you're living in this existence. You have to somehow realize that over and over, and then just be thankful for what you have. And be thankful that you don't have the things that you want. That's a weird thing, but have gratitude that you are allowed to dream of wanting and earning things and finding your way from here to there. That you live in a world where you could actually make something possible, or possibly anything. That's real. In 2020, you have the ability to take anything that you want to do and create something out of it. And the only thing that stops you from making it a reality is you. You have control over everything. You decide when to push stop. You decide whether or not you have what it takes to keep going, or if you're going to say, I quit. And I got to tell you guys, I don't come out here and talk about this at all, but there have been plenty of times over the 406 where I've said to myself, no one's even tuning in. Why don't I just take the day off? Why don't I just sit back today and not put on a show for an hour and a half where no one's going to watch it? Do you know how many shows in the first 310 days of this program I did on Instagram for an hour, and 24 hours later, the complete show is gone? Almost every single day. I threw content out the window for 300 plus days until we got to YouTube and realized, let's put it there forever. It's there forever now. What Ben called evergreen. It's there on YouTube forever. Now let's get back to the comments here. Ina had something to say. We have been trained to be in our own heads. We are coming into a time where we are beginning to feel, do, hold on, we are beginning to feel, do, and be from our hearts. I love that. And we are getting that love. You are being a part of that journey. Well, thank you so much, Ina. And I agree with you. Everything you're saying, it's about leading from the heart, especially when we're living in the world of hate. Let's see what else. I feel very blessed to do this work too. Nothing better. I'm loving this. The evolution and emergence of everything. That's great, Ina. Absolutely. And she's right. She says, we have unlimited possibilities. Mark, I'm going to miss you, buddy. Thank you so much. He said he's got to go. You have an awesome day too, my friend. And Michael, my friend, is on in England. Guys, what I love about Real Talk is that people from all over the world can connect with me here, and they could say, hey, you know what? I'm in Chile today. I'm in England today. How are you? I'm like, yeah, I'm back here in Connecticut right now, living in a crazy civil war type of world in the United States of America. We talked about this yesterday, how we're basically living in a, I don't know, it's almost like Twilight Zone. You know, I thought I lived in a country where we had free speech. I thought you were allowed to say how you felt, and people would be like, oh, okay, I don't agree, but whatever. No, we're not there anymore. Now it's like if you say something, you may lose friends or family over it. Really? Yeah, family. Family over like politics. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, guys, really. So what happens in 4 years when whoever's in the office isn't in office? And oh, well, then now I forgive you. Now I forgive you, family member, son that I gave birth to, dad that gave birth to me. I gotta say, and I said it yesterday, and I'm just sorry to, I just feel like as a whole, anybody who would disown family members over their political beliefs or not like their father or whatever because they like someone that you don't, please go and punch yourself in the face, because that's the stupidest thing. I'm sorry. This life is so short, and you're going to do that? You're going to disconnect from a family member because of a political belief or because of whatever? Like you need a head, like some sort of head wound. There's something going on. You're not thinking. Like, really? I don't understand. When you have a certain amount of days and years and breaths, and you're going to waste a lot of them by not getting along with the people that should be in your life, the people that brought you into this life. And I'm seeing it all the time, and that's why I just want to say, like, seriously think about what's important. And whether it's a 4-year span or 8-year span, it's so pointless in the scheme of your life and your family. Like, don't ruin a family or relationships over someone's beliefs. And if someone likes something that you don't, this is America. This is America. You should be able to feel and think what you want, and you are protected under the Constitution to do that, to feel that. But no. So I'm offended. I'm offended with the sensitivity of this country. I'm offended by it. It's offensive that I can't enjoy my life, that I can't have a conversation, an open conversation with people. Oh, thank you, Ina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please, if you can, head over to YouTube and subscribe and ding the bell over there. Just type in Mark Pyers Real Talk. That's where the show is best. And I really appreciate you. I'm so glad you joined today and you shared. I love it when you guys share and you ask me questions while we're here, because honestly, this show goes when you guys are a part of it. You know, if not, I'm just broadcasting. I'm just letting that universe speak. But I love when you guys ask me questions. It's very, very cool. So listen, I'm going to get into the news real quick. And I'm going to play you one quick song, and then I got to get out of here. Ooh, I got to get out of here soon anyway. Yeah, it's going to be pretty quick, guys. Let's see what we got. We're going to do the news. Did you guys hear this? Now, I just happen to be someone who wants to see, existence continue, maybe. I'm just saying. It would be nice. Make sure I got the right things here. I think there's 3 stories today. So basically, let's read this one here and we'll move our way through. 500,000 insects face extinction. Now, the first thought here is great. I don't like insects, but a lot of insects keep other things from us and diseases, bacteria so I think in general this could be a very bad thing. Let's hear what this says. Half of the 1 million animal and plant species on Earth face extinction, and they're insects. Their disappearance could be catastrophic for humankind, scientists say, and it's a warning to humanity. So see, I'm right. This is not just about insects. This is also about our food. It's about everything. Let's see what it says. The current insect extinction crisis is deeply worrying. A biologist in Finnish museum, Pedro Cardosa, is the lead author on a review study that was published on Monday. What we know is only the tip of the iceberg, he told AFP. The disappearance of bugs that fly, crawl, burrow, jump, and walk on water is part of a gathering mass extinction event. Only the 6th in the last 500 million years. The last one was 66 million years ago, when an errant space rock wiped out land-based dinosaurs and most other life forms. The time, we are to blame. This time we're to blame. What else do we got over here? Human activity is responsible for almost all insect population declines and extinctions. The main drivers are dwindling and degrading habitat, followed by pollutants, especially insecticides. Overexploitation. More than 2,000 species of insects are part of the human diet, and climate change are also taking a toll. Hello, did anybody hear that? Hey, my buddy, Baguino. Bon dia, my friend. Bon dia. My buddy in Brazil right now. I'm saying hi to him. He's on here on YouTube with me. I'm loving it, buddy. Bon dia. I got to have my dad come on, and he can speak Portuguese with you. He speaks Brazilian Portuguese. It's pretty funny. My father was born in Portugal. He moved here when he was 7 years old. And so he jokes. He's like, I have the education of a 7-year-old. His Portuguese is what a 7-year-old would have learned in those first 7 years. Because when they moved here, my grandmother were like, no, look, you're in America. You're learning to speak English, and we're going to be Americans. So when I was born, we didn't speak Portuguese. My parents used Portuguese against us. I got 3 boys in the house, and they'd be like, Manny? And then say, I'd be like, what is going on? I'm like, nothing. I just heard you yapping back and forth with Dad about something. Nothing. They'd use it against us. They wanted to say something in private. So now I'm a little, I look back now. I wish I had learned Portuguese. Now I can't speak to my buddy down here in Brazil, but I can say bom dia and obrigado, my friend. Thank you so much for joining. So listen, we have an issue here with these insects. Big problem. And, look, we talked about this last night. We're extinction level event for us. You're talking about the bees are on the There's an issue with bees, the bee population. We have an issue here with these insects. What's going on with tornadoes? And I got a story for you here that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to just move forward to it now. A super volcano, guys. Super volcano. This is insane. And it's in Utah, so it's not like it's, in like Mozambique or something. No, this is right in the United States of America. A super volcano 30 times larger than Yellowstone's. So we actually have 2 super volcanoes here. Maybe even more. I don't know. But let's read it. Yellowstone's famous caldera, which last erupted more than 640,000 years ago, can lay claim as North America's most well-known supervolcano. So there's more, obviously. Let's see what we got. But it isn't the continent's largest. A more ancient one found near the small southwestern Utah town of Enterprise was about 30 times bigger. Aspects of the geological landscape southern Utah is famous for, Pine Mountain, Vail Volcano, and lava flows, come from volcanic activity in the area, all stemming from the supervolcano Wawa Springs. You guys know about Wawa Springs? Wawa Springs, yeah. I gotta get the BeatSeat going for that. Guys, seriously, you're gonna get a Wawa Springs? Never heard of it before, but I'm thinking about my Wawa pedal, which I haven't played with in about 15 years. Anyway, but Wawa Springs' week-long explosion happened a long time ago, about 30 million years ago. Should you be concerned about supervolcanoes and volcanic activity in this part of the United States? Let's see what they say. Yellowstone still has frequent volcanic activity, and some people say we're overdue for another big one. Yellowstone has gotten a lot of publicity because of the severity of a supervolcano and the effect it would have on the Earth. We cannot say that Yellowstone is overdue. It is probably going to blow again, but it could be into 500,000 years from now, or a week from Tuesday. This is what this guy said. I want to say that line again. Hold on. I can imagine this going on a news conference. So tell us, when do you think that they could have another eruption? Well, I mean, it could happen anytime in the next 500,000 years, a week from next Tuesday. Yeah, it could happen anytime. I love that laugh track. My buddy, Good Shepherd Roofing is on. Makes me happy. I'm so glad you're on, my brother. So we're in the middle of a story about supervolcanoes. Apparently there's a new one that they just realized is 30 times bigger than Yellowstone. It's called Wawa Springs. Pick up your guitar pedals, everybody. And let's go. Brigham Young University researchers found out about Wawa Springs only in 2013. Erosion can make supervolcanoes hard to find. But by discovering and measuring lava flows in the region, researchers were able to map out Wawa Springs on the border of Utah and Nevada near Enterprise. Deposits from the eruption are 13,000 feet thick in some areas of southern Utah, and its remains can be found as far away as Nebraska. That's pretty ridiculous. Imagine the devastation. It would have been catastrophic to anything living within hundreds of miles. Dormant but not extinct. During his lecture, Smith talked about the risks that come with volcanic activity: ash, climate change, lahar, I don't know what that is, and pyroclastic flow. Ash is typically what people picture when a volcano goes off, but Smith pointed out that it's not like smoke coming from a burning campfire. It's made up of tiny pieces of rocks and minerals, which can damage lungs if inhaled. This is scary stuff. I don't know why they're telling us this. I think it's just to scare the hell out of us. They did it. Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. So let me move on to the last story. This is a very funny one just because we're all on Facebook right now watching. Thanks, buddy. I did get my hair cut. So this is something. Did you guys see this? Elon Musk, again, he's at it again. At it again, my man Elon. Elon Musk says Facebook is lame, and he calls his followers to delete the app. Yeah, I don't like Facebook. I got to do an Elon Musk impression. I did one early on for the Tesla window for my other show. I'm going to do an Elon Musk impression. Maybe about Facebook. Oh, Musk versus Zuckerberg. All right, I got it. I'm working on it, guys. Don't worry about it. You will see that tomorrow. Musk versus Zuckerberg. Oh, Phil's on YouTube because he knows. Phil knows that YouTube's a better experience. Phil, I don't know if you realize this, buddy. This show now will be a podcast every day as well. So yesterday's show, which was fire, by the way, I haven't talked about politics for 400 and whatever. On day 400, we had the State of the Union. And on day 401, for the first time in 401 days, I went crazy on politics. And then last night, same thing. Last night, same thing. I just went completely nuts. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I am for America. I am for America. Oh, what's up, man? This game boss, that's my man. But I'm for America, people. That's what I keep telling everybody. Look, I have no problem with anybody. I want America to do well. I'm a real estate agent. I need the economy to be strong. I need people to be calling me to buy houses. I need sellers to say, hey, I want to move up. I want to trade this one. I want to buy an upgrade. Not I got to get out. I got to get out of the state. So when I hear America, 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 and that's what I want to hear, and I see half of a room sitting there like this with their arms crossed, it makes me upset. It gets me upset. Because every single person in that room should be about America. They should be about the people in America, and they should be concerned about those people's pockets, not their own. And what I see is a room of people thinking about their own pockets, thinking about their own agendas. They're not thinking about the American people, and that pissed me off. When I didn't watch politics for 400 days and I saw that pissed me off, guys. I'm saying to myself, what the hell is going on here? This is craziness. Unbelievable. Yeah, so Game Boss, I'm going to do, I don't know if you've seen any of these, but I'm going to just show you one so you have an idea of what I do here. Part of what I do is I'm a celebrity impressionist, okay? And so the new thing is that I'm going to be dropping all of this type of stuff. I'll just show you. Let's see if this is it.
This is Dr. Evil.
I'll give you the other one. Hold on. It's better over here. Here we go.
This is Dr. Evil. I have a proposal for you. You have 24 hours to pay me $10 billion, or I will strike every major city with our hypersonic laser. What say you? Well, the United States of Trump does not negotiate with terrorists. I'm sorry, Dr. Evil. Do you have another proposal? Maybe I can buy the laser from you. How about that? Huh? Trump will buy it from you. But that's not on the table. I'm freaking Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. Obviously, you've never read The Art of the Deal by yours truly. Trump always wins. Big league. I'll buy the laser. That's it. Or you can laser your eyebrows off. Whatever. I don't really care. And I win big league. Read The Art of the Deal. Call me back. Bye. I don't agree. Hello? Did he just hung up on Dr. Evil. He just hung up on me. What the
So that's what we get. And basically every show we're going to be debuting a new piece. Yesterday we debuted this.
Dr. Evil, Donald Trump is on the line for you.
Thank you, number 2. I'll take the call in my secret lair. Donald, glad to get you back on the line. Dr. Evil. Yeah, I read your crap book. Oh, you did? I thought you'd go audiobook. I didn't know you knew how to read. Of course I know how to freaking read. I'm Dr. Evil. You can get my book. It's on Amazon, or it's in Mentor Box, too. Unlike your crap book. That's why I read every single page. Oh, you did? Did you read chapter 13? The Power of the Hang-Up? Did you? No, I did not read that section in The Art of the Deal. I did not... What? Hello? He did it to me again, didn't he, number 2? Son of a bitch!
So that's part 2. So basically each episode of the Dr. Evilverse Trump saga, he's going to get hung up on. I mean, that's just a storyline. I don't know. So everything is different. I don't know if you saw, but Robert Stack is back from the dead. Do you guys remember Robert Stack? When this whole thing happened with Wuhan, I had to find a way to express how dangerous this is. And so basically we brought Robert Stack back from the dead. And if you guys don't know who Robert Stack is, I'm about to show you. Basically, he's the host of Unsolved Mysteries. Do you guys remember this guy? I loved him. Hold on. And I used to do his impression, but I never had face swaps. Face swaps is like the coolest thing in the world. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Here we go. Robert Stack, cryogenically frozen, back from the dead, Unsolved Mysteries 2150.
January 11th, 2020. A small village in China called Wuhan. There's an outbreak of epic proportions. Was it SARS? The Spanish flu? No. All this and more. The next Unsolved Mystery.
So basically, I love Robert Stack. I just thought he was so funny. Like, that show creeped me out when I was a kid. As soon as I heard that music, I was like, I gotta run. I gotta go. Where's my dad? It used to scare me, man. Uh-oh. My computer's running on low storage space. Not a good thing, guys. Not a good thing at all. Ooh, nice. So check this out. I'm going to play you guys a quick track, and then we're going to go to, I got to finish this up because I don't want to run out of space, okay? If I run out of space, you know what, let me try something real quick while I have you here. I need to erase something or else we're going to lose our spot here. Give me 1 second here. You know what I'll do is I'll erase last night's show because I dropped it already. Here we go. I'm deleting it. All right. Now let's do this. I'm going to put you guys on. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Oops. Come on, erase. Empty recycle bin. Is this still on? Hopefully you guys are still there. Oh, good. You're still there. All right, so check this out. I'm going to head over to the BeatSeat and play you guys a quick song. My man, the game boss, I hope you check this out. I'm going to play you a track, okay? All right, I'm going to rock out for you. Check this out. All right, you guys ready for something? I'm ready for something. So this is my invention, the BeatSeat. We play on it every single day. I've been live every day for 406 days. And here's the concept. There is a drum called a cajon that people play, but you have to bend over to play it, and you got one panel you could play. I invented this and patented it. It's the first drum you could play with your entire body. You could sit completely upright. You could play with just your feet. That's what I do with my guitar. That's what I'm rocking on the guitar. But if I'm not a guitar player and I'm a percussionist, I'm in percussion mode now, right? Seriously? So you can order yours at BeatSeat.rocks. This is the 2019 Summer NAMM Editor's Choice, guys. 2019 Summer NAMM. Do you guys know what NAMM is? National Association of Music Merchants. If you're selected Editor's Choice at that event, it's a pretty big deal. So check it out online. Carrington Brown, who's Her's drummer. You guys know her? Unbelievable artist. If you don't know her, you've been living under a rock. Her drummer, Carrington Brown, has a BeatSeat. And you can check out her track Slide on YouTube right after you finish my show. And you'll see the very first scene is Carrington Brown's hands right on the BeatSeat. So we're hoping to get these out like crazy this year. It's also a sensory drum for anyone with special needs. So lots of stuff going on with the BeatSeat, guys. You ready for something?
get found out. Save it for later, you let me down, let me down, let me down, let me down. 7 seas are running through. What would you do? No, I don't know, I met you, love. Sometimes I don't try, like down to na 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 na. Sooner or later, you rescue where you hit the ground. Save it for later, run away, let me down. Sooner or later, you rescue where you get found out. Save it for later, you let me down, let me down, let me down. You let me down. It's sooner or later. Oh, oh, oh. She dreams and says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. She dreams in color, she dreams in red. Can't find a better man. I can't find a better man. I can't find a better man. Can't find a better man. Sooner or later, let's give way, you hit the ground. Save it for later, run away and let me down. Sooner or later, let's give way, you get found out. You let me down, let me down, let me down. You let me down, down. Sooner or later, save it for later. Sooner or later, oh, 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 oh,
I'll play you one more. Then I'm calling it a day. Till tomorrow, but this will be a podcast later on. So subscribe any podcast platform. You can go and find Mark Pyre's Real Talk. It's free of charge. And subscribe. And then every day you'll get a notification when the new one is uploaded.
we stand, we fall back down again. We live to die, we're never understanding why. And I'll give my life to you forevermore. You lead me rolling on, and I'll never hide my face. You will not be alone with me in the moonlight hours when I pay my debts at time. To dream this dream and stay alive, where everything's fine, and where the beat rolls on. It's where the beat rolls on and on and on. And I can't find your way. I can't I pay my debts at time. To dream this dream and stay alive where everything's fine. Where the beat rolls on. It's where the beat rolls on and on and on and on. The beat rolls on. The beat rolls on and on and on. The beat rolls on and on and on and on and on. Alone with me, the moonlight hours when I pay my debts at time.
All right, my people.
January 11th,
Ooh,
2020.
Robert Stent. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Oh, man, I'll have to get that for you next time. I appreciate you guys all being on over on Twitch, especially. Subscribe and ding the bell on my Twitch, people. All right, I got to break it down now. Ooh, wait, really got to get going. I got to get home. So check this out. Tomorrow, day 407, dare we say? 407 tomorrow. And I'll be live. I'm going to drop this podcast as soon as I get home later. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast channels. Head over to teespring.com. You could download or you could buy Real Talk t-shirts now. And I got this other t-shirt that I can't talk about on the Real Talk show, but it's mind-blowing. I thought about it in 2015 and I should have done it then, didn't do it. But again, lead with your intuition, guys. My intuition's telling me to make that t-shirt, so I did it. And if you want to know about it, if you want to hear where the mind of this crazy show is going on a constant, shoot me a DM and I will give you the inside scoop. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Real Talk. I appreciate you. 53 minutes, guys. Just short of an hour. Sorry about that, but I gotta go. I will see you tomorrow, though, as per usual. So subscribe and ding that bell. It's Mark Pyers.